Sister-in-law and I were blank cutouts. Sister-in-law is obviously a reference to the wife of Brother James. Sister-in-law and I were blank cutouts. A cutout is a shape which has been cut out of something, material like cardboard. Sister-in-law and I were blank cutouts. Blank is something on which nothing is written. Blank page. Here I think blank can signify lack of involvement, lack of emotion, lack of response. Sister-in-law and I were blank cutouts. They were actually cut out of the discussion. They were actually cut out of the activity. They had no role in what was happening. And so they were blank cutouts. Sister-in-law and I were blank cutouts fitted to our respective slots in a room really nowhere. Fitted to our respective slots. Slot can mean space, specifically set aside for something. Space, specifically meant for something. Sister-in-law and I were blank cutouts fitted to our respective slots. I think what the poet means is that sister-in-law and I had actually no role, absolutely no role in what was happening. We were cut out of what was happening and we had to become cutouts, shapes cut out of material, emotionless cutouts, responseless cutouts, fitted to our respective slots. We did not move about. We were fitted to our respective slots. It was as if we had become cutouts placed in spaces meant for us. In a room really nowhere. In a room really nowhere. Because it was as if the room was not part of the house. It was as if the room existed in a nowhere place. Because we were so much excluded, we were so completely excluded from what was happening. Cut out, as I said, is a shape cut out of cardboard or any other such material. When I teach Shakespeare, I tell my students that Shakespeare's characters are rounded characters, full of emotion, full of feeling, full of sensation, very human characters. They are rounded characters. At the same time, Shaw's characters are rather like cutouts. The difference between the characters of Shakespeare and the characters of Shaw is that the characters of Shakespeare are rounded characters, very human characters, very natural characters. But the characters of Shaw are cutouts. They are flat characters. They are characters which do not appear to be very human. They appear to be more like cardboard shapes than like human beings with flesh and blood. The marriage of A.K. Ramanujan and Molly Daniels was a love marriage, at least to begin with. And perhaps throughout their relationship they cared for each other. The man and the woman, A.K. Ramanujan and Molly Daniels, they cared for each other, perhaps, I'm not sure. But I understand that they had constant bitter fights throughout their marital life, and that it was an extremely complex relationship. The complex relationship between A.K. Ramanujan and Molly Daniels, which is ontological bedrock, the ontological bedrock on which the poem rests, reminds one of the complex relationship between George and Martha, George and Martha in the celebrated play of Edward Albee, Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf. I would like to draw your attention to the concluding lines of A.K. Ramanujan's poem, Routine Days Sonnet. This is how the poem comes to an end. I quote, but I wake with a start to hear my wife cry her heart out as if from a crater in hell. She hates me, I hate her. I'm a filthy rat and a satyr. Unquote.